Hello and welcome. Today we are taking a closer look at an actress whose career quietly defies the volatility of the Korean entertainment industry. Because while trends come and go with startling speed, Park Shin-hye has maintained a presence that feels both stable and constantly evolving. And what makes this particularly interesting is not just her longevity, but the way she has transitioned from a child actress into a leading figure without the dramatic collapses or reinventions that often accompany such journeys. When examining her early years, especially her breakout through melodramatic roles that demanded emotional vulnerability, it becomes evident that her foundation was built on a very specific skill set: controlled expressiveness. A trait that later allowed her to dominate genres that require subtle emotional shifts rather than exaggerated performances. However, what many viewers may overlook is how her transition into mainstream romantic dramas, particularly during the peak Hallyu wave, positioned her as a reliable lead rather than an experimental one, which is both a strength and a limitation, because while it secured consistent popularity, it also led to criticism that she was playing it safe. This perception began to shift in the last few years, particularly after her personal life became more public, including her marriage and motherhood, events that in the Korean entertainment ecosystem often redefine an actress's market positioning. Interestingly, instead of retreating or losing visibility, Park Shin-hye leveraged this transition into maturity by aligning herself with projects that subtly reflect her life stage, allowing audiences to reconnect with her not as a youthful romantic lead, but as a more grounded, layered performer. Behind the scenes, industry discussions suggest that her reputation for professionalism has played a significant role in maintaining her casting appeal, especially in an environment where production schedules are tight and reliability is highly valued. Fan reactions in recent years also indicate a shift in perception, where she is no longer just seen as a familiar face, but as someone whose career represents consistency in an otherwise unpredictable industry. As we look forward, the question becomes less about whether she can remain relevant and more about how she will choose to evolve, because with her track record, the next phase of her career will likely be defined not by necessity, but by intention. So what kind of roles do you think will redefine Park Shin-hye for the next decade?